Afternoon, folks. Today we're down at Agnew's Volvo. We're going to have a test drive in the Volvo EX30 EV. Let's jump in. We'll go first, mate. We've just jumped into the EX30. First off, initial impressions are it's quite a funky cabin compared to any of the other Volvos in the range. Very funky dash, just mad shapes. It's a different sort of, it's nearly like a rubbery sort of material there as well. Love these door handles, like solid metal door handles, and they're just like a big loop. The wing mirrors are like infinity wing mirrors, so the glass goes right out to the edges. The central armrest here sort of floats in the middle, and the cup holders actually tuck away on a separate arm here. Which is quite cool. So if you don't want that out, you can just put it back in. We've got window controls, everything in here. There's very little else in the cabin. It's very minimal. Controls obviously on the steering wheel, gears and things are up here. The armrests actually in the doors sort of float quite like the central bit as well. But it's quite a funky wee car, and actually for not being a big car, it's quite spacious. There's loads of legroom. Obviously, with being an EV only model, you get more space in the central bit here as well. But let's go for a wee drive to see how it goes. So we've got the EX30 here in cloud blue, black roof, black mirrors, funky lights. We've got 19-inch alloys. Plastic trims, probably alloys underneath. Black styling looks good. As we mentioned in the car, it's got the glass out to the edges, the infinity type style mirrors. More black bits of trim. Quite like this sort of design with it. The roof's nearly, what's the word, like clamshell in the back type thing, which gives it quite a funky look. And we have a nice spoiler on the back. I quite like the back of these. You've got a small back window, probably doesn't help for seeing out the back window, but the wee spoiler and the lights going up, all very funky. This is a funky model for Volvo. Let me see if I can figure out how to open the boot. Wee button there would help. Boot space is actually not bad there. We have the charging cables and things in there. The boot has been dropped down the boot floor to give a bit more space. That shelf will come up and sit at this level if you don't need that space, so it gives it a more sort of flat load space, although it technically isn't, so there's still a couple of inches drop there. That's actually not a bad size boot. Again, for an EV, you do lose a bit with batteries and things underneath. I would say that's bigger than the likes of a Golf or A3 type size of boot. Certainly if you have kids or anything, you should get a buggy in there. Then with electronic tailgate. It is a funky wee car, definitely. It's a bit different to say all of the other Volvos in the range. You wouldn't class it as an SUV, but it is a wee bit higher than the likes of a Golf or an A3 or something of that size. It's nearly like a mini sort of crossover. But definitely nice funky wee EV if that's what you're after. Let's jump back in. So we're just driving back to the dealership here. One thing I've noticed about this wee car is it's an absolute rocket ship. It actually feels quicker than the 5.2 or 5.3 to 60 or whatever it is. Obviously they're very torquey, the electric cars, but this is very, very instant. I think with it being a smaller car as well, it has it's a bit lighter than most EVs, so it's very punchy. I do find it strange though in this smaller car and at the lower end of the I suppose scale money wise, that it has so much power. It probably doesn't need to have it, but not that I'm complaining. It feels actually a really fun wee car to drive. Steering's very responsive. It just feels nice and compact. It is quite like a hot hatch. It's sort of like Volvo's hot hatch. Not that they've marketed it that way, but it sort of feels like that. It's definitely very different inside, not in a bad way. I quite like it. I say everything's quite minimal, which normally I'm not a massive fan of, if I'm honest, but it does work quite well. Comfortable as well. The seats are quite firm, but they're still comfy. Driving position's good. I always like a car that supports my elbows well. On both sides here, it's just perfectly suited. But we're nipping in and out of traffic here, and then when we have a bit of straight road, I'm sort of giving the throttle a wee blip, and it's yeah, it definitely is a nippy car. Size-wise, it probably won't suit everyone. Legroom in the back isn't massive. It's not bad for a car this size, but it's probably going to be similar to the likes of a A3 Golf sort of sized car. But that's why if you're buying a small car, so it's part and parcel of it really. But for driving, yeah, it is fun. Just noticed there's a Harman Kardon sound system in it as well, with wireless charging. Obviously your heated seats and things, but the steering as well, when you turn in, it turns well. I don't know, very hard to explain, but I think it feels quite short at the front, and I don't know whether that is what is making the steering feel more, I don't know, it's more of a sporty feel or something like that, but I think it's definitely a bit more fun to drive than some of the other ones. So we've got a reverse camera there and sensors, and let me see, parking, definitely nice wee car to park. That's us back. So yeah, as far as small EVs go, some of them don't excite me overly much. Not that they're bad cars, but this is definitely one of the more excitable ones. Obviously, being electric, company car works well. We get pretty good discounts on these as well, and the sort of finance rates and RVs and things are strong, so it does work out quite competitive. Actually, should have come down and had a drive in it sooner. I was more impressed with the car than, not that I wasn't going to be impressed, but it probably wasn't really on my radar. But I think the fact that it's just got a punchy acceleration, feels a bit more sporty than a lot of other EVs, and just a usual sort of Volvo build quality and refinements. It's definitely a nice sweet car. But listen, if you want some prices or want to get a test drive, get in touch. We have a form you can fill out on the website, carmercial-leasing.com. Fill that out and we'll give you a call.